Stonehill is going to kill me.
Don't drag me into your mess, Bertenno, not again.
Then you leave me no choice. I'm sorry.
Hey, come back with that! Medico!
What's that about?
That flaccid pazzo!
This young wizard clutches the countertop, looking as if she's either going to vault over it or snap it in half.
Imp, you had none of that, huh?
How did you call me? Oh, the imp mutters to himself in a dark, guttural tone.
That's what I thought. What am I going to do? Think, Facina.
What was that all about?
My postenago of a lover stole Rokawa's fingers. The master will kill me if I don't get them back. He must have wanted to raise some fast coin. Arkemir will flay me alive over those damned gloves.
Strange that the constructs didn't attack him for stealing.
Is it strange? I don't know. Go consult Arkemir's grimoire if you're that curious.
Oh, I will. Why are these gloves so important?
You do not know Arkemir, do you?
No.
He is as cheap as a Wodican clerk. Whatever he loses from those gloves, he will take out on me. Somehow.
Why does he need the money?
He said that he's in debt to a Rautayan captain by the name of Hamuto Stonehill. By all accounts, a deadly serious man.
And what aren't you telling me?
Not that it's any of your business, but Bertenno used to spend a lot of late nights here. I got into the construct's guts and marked off Bertenno as a safe visitor, so I would not attack him. And before you ask, no, I will never do this again.
I'll get those gloves back for you.
You will? If you are expecting some payment or reward, I do need to keep this under wraps.
Let's say I'm doing my good deed for the day.
If there's a burden on your conscience, then I am not opposed to you offloading it on my behalf. I do not know where Bertenno fences his goods, but he mentioned an appointment at the Bra Citadel docks. Hamuto Stonehill must be as dangerous as he sounds, or else Bertenno wouldn't be...
The combination to the vault has been divined. Diamond, ruby, ruby, sapphire, emerald. The rest is up to you and your friend. Do not disappoint me. Arkemir will show you no mercy if you're caught, and you can expect even less from me. A scribbled notation in the margin written in different handwriting reads: Employer Consulhood? Kalakov? Investigate later. I do remember the name of Consulhood. Kalakov I don't know, but the first one I do. This device is a complex control panel made of gems set in movable stone impressions. 4 colorful gemstones are positioned around a hole in the center. Something appears to be missing, though an expert tinkerer may be able to compensate for it. Let's examine the absence in the center. It looks like the setting for a gemstone. Scratch marks would suggest that someone, or something, pried the stone free. Examine the gemstones. These gems are exactly like the ones referenced in the combination you discovered earlier. You already know what specific rotations and positions will open this lock. Let's try tinkering, I am the best one. After some gentle attention with a practiced hand, a soft click and an arcane fizzle erupt from the lock. Evna surfaced the job well done with a satisfied smile. So let's enter the combination. You rotate the gemstones into their intended configuration. The sound of grinding stone builds in volume as the door moves aside. Rest
is in order.
Yeah. Don't move.
Keeping an eye out.
Okay, nice and easy. I think I should be the one walking around. No, not everyone. Who is seeing those. I wonder. Okay.
Certainly.
Is it easy? I died! Worthless idiot.
What you want?
What are you doing out here?
Arkemir doesn't let worthless idiot outside after worthless idiot sprayed dung on stupid tablet. But Arkemir not home. So worthless idiot watches the ships come in, looks at all the tasty gulls.
Your name is Worthless Idiot?
Those Arkemir's big words. Gave name, but worthless idiot no understand.
Oh.
You noisy for ground meat.
You want to set sail and eat gulls? Well, you're welcome aboard the Defiant. The imp takes in your words, its eyes widening to the size of moist saucers. A flap of its wings carries it closer to whisper in your ear.
How often you beat your crew, huh?
It doesn't whisper at all, and the question sends a ringing through your ears. I don't. Not yet, at least.
No beatings? None? I join crew? I join crew!
The imp flutters in an excited little circle. It points down at the distant shape of the Queen's berth and salivates at the sight of gulls landing on the rigging of the Defiant.
While I am flattered by the esteemed Hazanui's confidence, I must wonder how my people are meant to have destroyed an entire colony overnight.
The valiant dignitary aims a withering look across the aisle. A middle-aged woman with a square jaw and tar-stained teeth meets it.
You tell us. It's no coincidence that your outpost at Port Maje survived the recent storm.
You speak as if I could command the tides, while you are casting your blame in a wide net. Why not look to our Kahanga allies? We do not share their talent for shaping water.
A sizable Amawa standing by the throne takes a bold step forward and flares his nostrils at the assembled dignitaries. A hush falls over the room.
I say our guest forgets himself.
Brother, stand down.
Up to this point, the Queen has studied the proceedings with an even expression. She half raises from her throne as she fixates on Prince Arui.
You are the one who mistakes my throne room for a sparring arena. I say this is beneath us. An interesting visitor in difficult times. You cannot be here to deliver a favorable omen.
Why is she a cipher? Though her mouth doesn't move, Oneka's voice comes to you like an insistent memory nestled among your surface thoughts. Yes?
Allow me to apologize as I toss you before the wolves.
Wait, you cannot be bringing favorable, so if I know, then means I do not bring the favorable. Okay, I think I screwed it up. Though she turns to the dignitaries, you still feel her attention on you.
This one is a watcher blessed by Tangaloa.
Hello.
I suspect that many of our questions about Hasongo will soon be answered.
If it pleases the court, I've drawn it from a crippled Port Maje.
I know this one. Her parlor tricks frightened 10 years of every sailor in Queen's berth.
Raising her hand for silence, Onekaza looks to her brother. He approaches and they exchange a few words too quietly to hear. She lifts her gaze to you once more.
We assembled to discuss the darkening of Hasongo, one of Rawatai's colonies. Watcher, it seems you have the floor.
Port Magie suffered similar damage when Iotas passed through.
What sailor's tale is this?
There's no sane explanation for what's been happening. You keep waiting for one, it'll be too late.
Does tilling the soils of the Eastern Reach drive all men mad? You sound as crazy as the Dawnstar Dreamers.
She looks at Eder the way one would look at an especially rabid, but fascinating, animal.
Have you not heard the rumors, Karu? An Adra Colossus marching across the sea. Sailor tales, but credible ones.
How came a watcher from half the world away to be involved in these happenings? Enlighten the court.
Oh, okay. Let's see our options. Berat sent me to track. Yeah, that is kinda it. Everyone is in danger. Yes, that's true. Iot has emerged beneath my castle. Also true. I'm here against my will. Also true. This is all way too true for my own good. Berath herself sent me to track down Iotas. Let's tickle her ego a little bit.
The Lady of Doors must have great confidence in you. Tracking down a god who stands as tall as a mountain, a fisherman with poor eyesight could do this. My priests will trip over their feet to interpret his divine plan. Watcher, can you cut through the din and tell for what he comes to the Deadfire?
Can you cut through the den and tell for what he comes to the Deadfire? For what he comes to the Deadfire? He comes for the souls, but I don't see that is an option to tell here. Okay, I plan on using Adra pillars to track and ultimately confront Iotas.
How resourceful of you. The Isles are studded with enough luminous Adra to bankroll an economy. I believe our course is clear. We will send the Watcher to Hisongo.
Hey, we are getting paid.
Set sail to the west of Nekataka. I would tell you to keep a weather eye out for a lighthouse, but the God of Light did not appreciate competition.
I don't want to go yet.
Something to add, Hazanui? You have an eager look about you. She believes herself entitled to my ear, I say.
Only that Hasongo is a Rawatayan outpost. It would be useful for the Watcher to take one of ours along.
Ma'am.
A composed Aumawa stands at attention, her furrowed brow cleaving down otherwise warm features. By her feet, a colorful bird preens itself without concern.
Maya's an expert sailor and a better sharpshooter. The best the Brass Citadel has to offer. Whatever comes your way, she'll see it first.
If it gets me and Ashiza out of diplomat duty, we'd set sail with a drunk scolder at the helm.
Ac, perfito. Do you mean to stop Iotas by shooting him? Seri Palagina will go with the Watcher. Show her how the Republics handle things.
I think Palagina won't go with me. Oh, the guard behind him coughs politely.
Your Excellency, Palagina Messerai has been banished? She has been seen in Queen's Berth. I can have her report to headquarters.
Nero silences the guard with a withering look and a sharp gesture.
You should feel no obligation to take on additional crew. The choice is yours.
I'll take Maya. Always good to have a rifle on hand.
Say the word and I'll shoot the tip off a green boy's nose.
Ishiza looks up at Maya and warbles something agreeable.
You're making a mistake, Watcher. In times like these, trustworthy allies are the most valuable asset of all.
That Pelagia won't come with us. I already tried. She holds it against that she was banished. I wonder why.
Calm down, Nero. I'm sure you'll get one of your spies in place eventually. In the meantime, Watcher, I hope you'll meet me in the Brass Citadel. There's more for us to discuss among friendlier company.
I believe we are finished here. Are we?
Queen Onikaza rises from her throne, and the surrounding guards stand at immediate attention.
Aren't we popular? Take care at Hasongo. The Deadfire was overfull before Aethys blundered in. Your allies will use you toward any end. Do not give your trust lightly.
Onikaza clears her throat and sweeps the room with her gaze.
I say it is beyond time our guests lick their wounds somewhere else.
Okay, understood. It is an idea. A steady white-haired elf frowns down at the table covered in coiled copper wires and glimmering shards of Adra. Her gloved hands smooth her well-tailored valiant coat as she mumbles under her breath. Apparently absorbed in her work, the animator doesn't acknowledge her presence. The woman spins on you, blinking rapidly behind a pair of brass-rimmed spectacles. Her bright carmine eyes and paperwhite skin mark her as one of the glam felon.
Hello, my apologies. I didn't see you there.
Are you alright?
I am fine. Is there some reason I shouldn't be? Which is not to say I do not appreciate your concern. I do.
She settles her spectacles on her nose. As she does so, you notice her hands shaking.
I, like the other scholars here, am engaged in the study of the soul sciences. Was there something you needed, or may I return to my studies?
As she speaks, a drop of blood rolls out of the elf's nose and drips onto her lips. She pulls a handkerchief from her coat pocket and wipes away the blood without a word. You're bleeding.
Indeed. I apologize if you find the sight of blood unsettling. Though, from your appearance, I would expect you to be well acquainted with it. In any case, why are you here?
Your accent isn't Valian. Why are you dressed like one?
Just a bit of culture I've picked up along the way. I admire their tailoring tradition immensely. It's much grander than clothing one finds in the white that wends.
It's marvelous. Who's your tailor?
I am, of course.
You're an animator and a seamstress.
A curious mind is an agile mind. Besides, the two practices are more alike than one might think.
I suppose they do both require careful hands and obsessive attention to detail.
Care and patience, yes. It is gratifying to be understood.
How'd you come to be in Neketaka?
It is a mundane story. I sought out the ship with the longest oversea route departing from the Republics and booked passage. I had intended to perform a handful of experiments regarding the nature of souls that could only be done safely at sea.
I know of no animacy that must be done strictly at sea.
A fellow researcher. Then perhaps you will understand. I've long been fascinated by the nature of entropy. Nothing is unaffected by the passage of time, excepting souls. Supposedly. Is it not possible that repeated reincarnation damages a soul? Could the process of reincarnation itself be responsible for some of the many ills that plague the souls of Kith?
Oh, don't go that way, don't go that way.
I deduced that it was possible to escape the cycle. Escape Bareth's grasp. To remove one's soul from the wheel.
I'm afraid that went right over my head.
I suppose I was wrong to expect more from you.
Any interest in getting out of this tower for some field study? She blinks at your offer, then puts a finger on her lips, clearly considering her next words.
I think perhaps that I would be grateful for the opportunity.
Okay. Well, you're welcome to come along.
Truly?
Yeah.
Whoa, you sure about that?
Thaklat, traveler. I am grateful.
She clasps your hands in hers, pumps it quickly, and releases. After a quick pat down of the various pockets sewn into her coat, Edwin nods sharply and rests a hand on the hilt of her rapier.
I have all that I need. We may depart at your leisure.
Can do.
From her unkempt hair to her agitated pacing, lone Elite gives off an air of restrained chaos. She waves you over with a few quick motions.
You're early. I'm sorry, but we aren't ready to look into your condition yet. You can have a seat over there. Hope you don't mind heights or birch.
Condition? I'm sorry, but that's my face.
You aren't one of our patients.
No.
Ah, Madiko, you that watcher. Sintere, I'm sorry. It's been a busy time here. You don't mind if I talk and work, do you? What can I do for you?
You work here?
Not the coziest place for it, is it? But the open air, the lightning specifically, is a boon. Lets our mages have a rest now and then. Good test of the equipment too. We're working on making it less delicate. Our junior researchers are still a little soft.
What are you working on here?
Glad you ask, Amika. Very glad. We are very excited about the work here, and we are always looking for volunteers.
Oh, no.
We catalogued a number of interesting properties unique to Luminous Adra, but there are some very specific qualities we are investigating. Qualities that a watcher happens to be uniquely suited to exploring. Just what we're missing.
There aren't any needles involved, are there?
No, nothing invasive.
Mm-hmm.
You'd just be putting your watcher's gift to use. Here, I'll explain. Luminous Adra has special effects upon Kith. Even to the humblest, it offers some small improvements. Rejuvenation, vitality, the kind of thing you sell to people back home, ne?
Nah.
But what about those who have already harnessed their own essence? Consider the talented Cutpurse, for instance, who can cross a room by slipping briefly into another place. The world between. Luminous Adra holds enormous quantities of essence, the kind of energy we can't replicate or restore. And these formations have a kind of connection to each other, across the in-between. I believe we can harness this connection and your natural abilities to transport a person across great distances in a moment.
Your theory is sound. I've used the Adra to track someone before.
Oh, good. You've done some experimenting on your own. A curious mind is a happy mind, I say. Can't mope about ghosts all day. We've collected a number of illuminating readings, and our machines are ready to harness the Adra's essence. But for the moment, we are effectively blind when it comes to targeting the next pillar. Now, if someone were capable of sensing that essence in the in-between, even of manipulating it, someone like a watcher, for instance.
What would I have to do?
Ah, well, this is a little like describing a muscle I don't have. The idea is for you to focus on the next connection point. The machine will use that new link between the Adra veins to create a tether, as well as provide the energy for you to jump effectively. What's really exciting is, so long as you are holding that connection open, your companions can jump alongside you.
Sorry, which was the exciting part? I may have missed something.
The next pill is due east of here, in the middle of a farm. It's not as tall as this one, but you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. Oh, and don't worry, we paid the farmers.
Yeah, good, because their farms can blow up. What if something goes wrong?
There was that fellow that jumped a little too far over the edge.
Stop scaring our assistant.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this.
Very well. You stand there. Ansel, the machine.
We're gonna die.
All right, right, Watcher. Remember, focus on the beam of light.
I don't want to go into the light.
It ought to be like stepping through a door.
Meh.
And remember, don't...
Oh no, no, not you.
So, are we dead now? You're supposed to be the expert here.
I wouldn't touch that if I were you.
A wall formed from tessellating block of bismuth rises before you, and from out of that wall juts a face at least 3 almawa high. Its mouth hangs open in a silent shout, eyes wide. A damp, frigid wind screams between the rocks. It carries whispers in its wake and chills you to your core.
What have we here?
The voice of Rembrandt rumbles from the stone.
A wayward watcher has wandered into my realm. Whatever should I do with you? You did not receive an invitation to my realm, Herald of Berath. Tell me, why should I not grind your soul to dust?
I doubt that Berath would appreciate that.
I do not fear Berath's wrath. Embrace oblivion with open arms, Watcher.
The chill wind you first felt when you entered this place picks up. It becomes a deafening cacophony, a shriek so loud and sharp it might tear the very bones from your skin, or shred your soul to cobweb tatters. Wait! Your cry echoes out into the void. Slowly the wind dies, and the cold abates.
Do you fear dissolution after all? How droll. As much as it would delight me to scatter your soul, you belong to Berath. I will spare you that fate. For now.
After I'm done with Eotes, I'm coming back for you.
Delicious. You need only whisper my name, and I will open a portal to my realm. I cannot wait to see what you try. Now, on to the matter that brought you here. Your Animancer friends meddle in things beyond their comprehension. Were I not the generous creature I am, you would have died. Be sure to tell the Animancers that they have failed, and that they have drawn my gaze. I will not hesitate to obliterate them if they irritate me again.
I will do. I will say nothing.
You might prepare yourself, Watcher, for something wondrous is on the horizon. Eothas will usher in an age glorious in its brevity.
What does that mean?
You will soon learn. In the meantime, enjoy the world as you know it while you can. And do send my regards to your Animancer friends.
Rimgrand's voice fades to nothing. Only the wind remains.
Watcher, can you hear me?
You raise your head to find yourself surrounded by anxious faces. Floan withdraws the finger currently prodding at your temple and nearly stumbles backwards.
Oh, thank the gods. Thank Helia. Merla, you had us in a panic. I don't have to tell you it didn't work. The current spiked and you went completely still, breathing but nothing else. We sent for the physician. Myself, I was about to try throwing some water in your face. What happened? Did you feel any pain? Do you remember anything?
Rimgrand sends his regards.
You had some kind of vision? A near-death experience?
No, I mean, I literally went to the beyond and spoke to Rimgrand.
What was it like?
Cold, weird, While you speak, one of the researchers prods you gently with a copper rod. You hear the device in his hand give a high, piercing whine. Well, what now?
Sientere, Watcher, truly. It seemed we sent your mind further afield than intended, and without the rest of you in tow. Not entirely outside our predictions, but not the result we wanted. We have stipend for volunteers. You're welcome to the sum of it. I hope it goes some way toward earning your forgiveness.
400. I think you forgot 10 there.
Just as I hope this hasn't put you off helping us. We just have to adjust the current, give you a chance to control your flight, for want of a better word. We're all very glad you're in one piece. We'll have a look at the machines, figure out what went wrong. Until then, I'm sure our friends at headquarters will want an update, and to see I haven't done you any permanent harm. We'll send word when we're ready here.
Okay, how is it possible to discourage them at this point? I think I was fairly clear that Rimgrant was on the other side. He is not particularly liked deity.
True. Good thing my parents had the sense to leave.
A vignette of darkness appears at the edge of your vision. It constrains, taking over your sight, until at last you see nothing at all but the deep black of night. Then, pinpricks of light dim as stars pierce the void. You hear a voice, and behind that, you hear a bell softly ringing.
You swore a vow to me in Tyr Evron that you would return the souls of the Hollowborn to the cycle. You broke that vow.
Yes, how many times are you gonna remind me of that?
And now you will reap the reward of your deceit.
The pallid knight's gaunt visage hangs briefly before you, her lips twisting to a smooth, tight smile. And then she is gone. What?
And you'd be worrying about what the trading companies were doing, setting up down here.
What?
No offense, but I try not to live with a bunch of ifs trailing in my wake.
An ailing Almar priest regards your approach with curiosity. He coughs into a sleeve stained with a spatter of silvery flecks.
Come closer to the altar. Come inside. The temple welcomes all to worship, most especially you.
The priest peers knowingly at the center of your chest, lips curving an ardent smile. Hands trembling, he touches a length of chain around his neck.
I ask only for no talking. Not until we pay our respects to Bereth, to Rikuhu. Let us pray.
Bow your head.
Deity of life and death, the endless devourer who encompasses all existence, hear this prayer, this voice chiming. I beseech you, Kohopa and Tangaloa, to ready this shell for sucking. Purify my soul in preparation for the coming of the next cycle. Digest all of my devotion. Swallow my sorrows, even the smallest swell, so I can be spit on the morrow. And Rikuhu, Bereth, my god and goddess both, the eels that churn in ceaseless cycle, the new and the next and the before that came. Thanks be to Bereth's guiding tract. May my messages ring true. Blessed be and jubilations.
He presses his hands over the center of his chest, touching the item tucked beneath his shirt. Then, raising his head, he cracks a frail smile.
All right. I will address your inquiries best as I can. So ask,
I'm looking for Isir's tomb.
Do you even know what it takes to make it deep into the hanging sepulchres? To make it alive? I know the way, but...
His words catch in his throat and he curves forward in a spine-racking fit, hacking until he's flash-faced. Fumbling a goat-skinned flask to his lips, he drinks until minnow silver liquid dribbles over and slicks his chin.
The timing's getting tighter, and there is one thing before the end. Something only one touched by Bereth can do.
Bereth, and I have a history.
I know you do. My eels, my infinity coil keeps rattling, pendants resonating with your chime.
The priest presses the palm of his hand to the front of his chest. He stares, scrutinizing your face. He shakes his head, disappointed.
The coil resonates, but it's weak. You could unseal the way, but you die inside, I think. My chance would be lost then. Lost with your remains.
If bearing Bereth's chime are rare, this may be the only chance you get.
My time's waning fast. Right you are on that.
He releases his grip on the pendant with a feeble nod.
I'd best not let this chance pass. There's a sacred text. The eulogy to Isaiah. It's been buried in the catacombs beneath the temple for centuries, next to his champions. I need it. Of course, the tombs, they only open to the dead, for those bearing Bereth's chime.
And why do you need Isir's eulogy?
It never was added to the tomes, but it holds the final clues for my death. It's my best chance. I prayed for decades, night to day and night again. Now, here you are, just in time. Means Bereth sent you to see to my success.
Alright, I'll have a look for it then. The priest bobs his head. From beneath his shirt, he untucks a stone-carved circlet in the image of an eel. The pendant vibrates on the length of its chain, thrumming harder the closer he holds it to you.
You're my best chance. Or only, maybe. Take the coil. It'll open the crypts. Bring me Isaiah's eulogy, and I'll teach you all I know of Bereth's arcana.
What was that about preparing your soul for shocking?
End of the turn. I'm nearing it. Been working hard, preparing for weeks. You know, to die. But first, I've got to leave guidance for my apprentice, the next in the cycle. Chosen to lead.
You're dying.
Been wasting away for months. Can't say it's been easy, dying so soon. I thought about stopping a few times.
Why would you want to die soon?
Maybe you can see. I'm no death godlike. Bereth bestowed not one in my generation with a chime. Not the next, neither.
Oh.
A flawed messenger like me can't open the crypts. So my best chance is to die.
Tell me about the writing on these tomes then.
Liturgies, instructions for ritual preparations, when and how, sermons, some histories too. All of this, it's our knowledge as gleaned through centuries of service. Now, I've got to leave it all behind for the next disciple.
And what about the altar?
Under the temple, carved in the mountain's caverns, lies an extraordinary maze of catacombs. So I've read. They're the hanging sepulchres, burial place for ancient Wana chieftains.
Okay, I don't like where this is going. I've been to the Endless Stair, which was not that endless, but multiple levels of dungeons below my castle. Very nasty place.
The bodies are protected by Berath's best, roaming always, plus the ways sealed by the deity itself.
Okay, the undead in the catacombs. Undead.
The dead with their souls, they roam still. The ones who were chosen by Berath.
Of course they were.
Not everyone's born so blessed. Sometimes, instead, you've got to die for it.
Okay, but since this temple to sorry. This is a temple to Berath, right? So who's Rikuhu, Hopa, and Tangaloa?
The same. Your word, Berath. Our word, Rikuhu. We worship the twin deal. The cyclic connection of the overworld and the underworld. Life and death. Life is Kohopa, and Tangaloa is death. Born starving, they devoured all living things, swelling larger each. When they'd swallowed all of existence, they tried to eat each other next. Now all things pass through their entrails. The end of one enters the mouth of the next, from the underworld to the overworld and back. Again and again.
Okay, let's see if we can ask some more questions about the catacombs.
Tell you what I can.
What's the story of Isir?
He's no Wana, nor a death god like neither, but he was a high priest of Berath. His hair was a Diran, a hunter, chasing the undead 200 years ago. Read somewhere, one tome, he sailed to the Deadfire for a weapon, abhorrent to Berath. Said the blade held a power most fearful.
The priest's face flashes with fervency. His voice rises in volume as he speaks until his breath catches, and he doubles over into a hacking fit.
Isir fought hard for it, won the blade, but suffered grievous wounds. Berath kept him alive till he could make it to the temple's catacombs.
Of course.
His champions were the ones who wrote his eulogy. Later, they were buried in the sepulchres too.
Was Isir buried with the weapon he took from Lucia Rivan?
Don't know. Did hear he was slain with a coveted blade. The S-talk was an affront to Berath. That I did read. Isir wanted to guard it with his soul and his always.
We need that blade. For self-defense, of course. Okay, I think I've heard enough. We are screwed, long story short.